What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to go over the weapon changes that occurred here today for the season 4 patch notes in Warzone. Now we're going to give you every single nerf and buff that happened, and of course, as always, we're going to give you some loadouts that you can be running right at the start of season 4 so that you don't lose a step against your enemies. So we just had the new SMG drop, and it is confirmed that the Kar 98K is back, and it will one-shot headshot up to 63 meters inside of Warzone. And in multiplayer and MW3, it will one-shot on the chest and head, of course. Like I said, we're going to give you those nerfs and buffs right now, along with some loadouts you can use at the start of season 4. So if you're not yet, please hit that subscribe button, hit that noti bell, and hit that like button on this video so you don't miss another video like this, and so you don't miss our updated top 10 loadouts for this season coming out here in a couple of days after I've had ample amount of time to test the weapons and those kinds of things. Let's show you these nerfs and buffs. All right, to start out, the BP50 got a pretty significant nerf, including that Jack Revenger kit. Now they decreased the movement speed to 4.8 meters per second. The speed nerf happened finally, and then the Jack Revenger kit got a pretty massive nerf as well. So I would look for that to fall still in the top 10 as far as like movement weapons go, but I just don't see that being meta anymore. The Bow 27, watch out for this one, because the Bow 27 near mid damage range increased a little over 10 meters. So look for that one to be pretty solid, especially in the sniper support department, especially with that Kar 98. Then the Holger 556, they actually buffed this one. They buffed the near mid damage range to 50.8 meters up from 45. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the sniper support meta a little bit more than the MCW has been. So they're trying to bring things up towards that MCW conversion kit sniper support level, if you will. The SBA 545 finally got a nerf. Headshot modifier decreased to 1.3, mid damage decreased to 22 down from 24. I don't know how big of a significant of a change that will be, but we'll keep an eye on it, see how it feels, but hopefully that drops it out of the top 5 for sure, I would assume. So thank goodness. The MCW got a little bit of a damage increase to 22 up from 20, which is nice. So that longer range MCW will be nice. The MTZ 556 max damage increased 40.64 meters. So you're looking at an MTZ 556 buff, which is great. Near mid damage range increase, which is good. So MTZ 556 already has pretty significant recoil control, which is great. And so they buffed that damage range, which is really nice. Cast off 762 got a buff. Look for this one to be a solid sniper support as well, and a longer range option too. The mid damage range increased to 57 up from 51. So pretty significant damage range increase there as well. The Chimera actually got a buff as well, up to 26. The near to mid damage increased to 26 up from 24. Arm modifier increased to 1.5 times up from 1. Lower torso modifier increased to 1.15 up from 1.1. So maybe a nice little sleeper option there. You never know. ISO Hemlock, I know a lot of you are going to like this one. Mid damage increased to 25 up from 24. Minimum damage increased to 21 up from 20. Not anything significant as far as buffs go there, but arm modifier increased to 1.16. That's probably the biggest thing right there. The arm modifier increased to 1.16 up from 0.95. Now for the SMGs here, AMR9 got a buff. Thank goodness. I love this thing. Don't know why they nerfed it in the first place. I don't think it was super overpowered, but again, I think they're balancing it out more with the Striker 9 and things, which Striker 9 did get a nerf today. Max damage range decreased to 10 down from 17. So it got a little bit of a balancing today, I think, is what happened. So near mid damage increased to 27 up from 25. So maybe a little solid sniper support. It's always been super accurate. Then the FJX Horse got a major reworking, I guess. There's a ton of stuff here. It got a buff for sure, and I think it got reworked, basically, is the best way to say that. There's a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to read it all to you, not going to waste your time there, but I think it's a little bit better. The Rival 9 increased bullet velocity to 500 up from 450, so Rival 9 got a little bit of a buff, bullet velocity buff there. Jack Headhunter Carbine conversion kit, which is really good, increased the fire rate to 882 RPM up from 682. So you're talking about a very solid sniper support option, I think, right here as well. The Kar 98's back. It one shots up to 63 meters. They are definitely taking that into consideration when reworking these SMGs. Striker 9 nerfed. Minimum damage decreased to 21 down from 23. Pretty significant there. Max damage range decreased to 11 down from 12. Not anything crazy, but that minimum damage decrease to 21 is pretty significant when it comes to the mid-range damage. And then headshot modifier decreased to 1.25 down from 1.3. I don't know how crazy that'll be. WSP 9 nerf. Max damage range decreased to 15 down from 18. Near to mid mid damage range decreased to 23, down from 26. Pretty significant nerf here for the WSP9. Lower arm and hand modifier decreased to 1 from 1.1, so pretty solid. Big one here, DG58 LSW, and I've been calling this, so listen up. DG58 LSW nerfed, called it. Headshot modifier decreased to 1.2, down from 1.4. Very significant there. Decreased bullet velocity to 780, down from almost 100 meters per second. Bullet velocity decrease right there. I don't think the damage is going to be good enough for it to stay in the meta. Holger 26, like I said, will replace the DG58. Headshot modifier increased to 1.3, up from 1.2. So this is just as accurate. The bullet velocity is going to be there. This takes over the DG58 LSW spot for long range. Takes over the long range meta. There's a lot of good options there. MTZ 556, Holger 556, all those good things. But Holger 26 is up there, top 5 immediately. XRK Stalker, Sniper, everybody's going to use the Car 98, so this doesn't really matter. But neck modifier decrease, it got a nerf though. I don't know why. I don't even know why they touched it. All right, so that's it for the nerfs and buffs. So no pistol changes, no shotgun changes or anything like that. They're in a pretty decent spot. So we'll get you these loadouts now that you can be running here at the start of season 4 to have some fun. And as for, I'm gonna give you a loadout for all of these changes except for the nerfs. So all of the buff changes I'm gonna give you a loadout for as well. All right, so that cast off 762 did get a buff, so we're gonna go with the Zeman 35 compensated flash muzzle, the cast 10 barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, the 40 round mag, and the Jack glassless optic. Now this is not really a sniper support option, but it's a longer range option, and I absolutely love it. And it's pretty accurate actually, and a lot of fun to run, very hard hitting. Just has a little mag, man. It just, which sucks. But if you're looking to run this, I think solos and duos is a very solid option. Then you have the Striker. The Striker, I think, is 100% in the SMG meta. All of these other ones nerfed and a little bit of buffs and things like that. But with the Striker 9 and that WSP9 getting a pretty solid nerf, I'm going Striker all the way, I think. Demon compensated flash hider. This is a little bit more of a sniper support option, but Striker Elite long barrel. This is a very solid option to run with the Car 98. Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, 48 round mag, and the Nidar model sight here. Loving this thing. Now, I am releasing a Car 98 video today also, so be on the lookout for that. Man, this thing is just, the Striker just doesn't move, dude, and the damage is great. So this, I think this is 100% number 1 in the meta. Next up, we're gonna have the MTZ 556. The MTZ 556, we're going with the Zeman 35 muzzle. I like the MTZ Drifter heavy long barrel here, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel. If you don't want to run an optic, completely up to you. I'm running the Jack glassless or that Nidar model sight and the 50 round drum here. Show how this performs in the firing range. But like I said, very little recoil on this. Love it as a longer range option and a sniper support option this season. Completely up to you there. If you have trouble with that horizontal recoil control, just move to the cast spring muzzle. I think I like that better as well. I have trouble with the horizontal recoil control here, so it just works better for me. Then that Chimera got a buff. We're going to give you a loadout for that if you're interested in running it. XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, the Blackout high grain rounds, the 45 round mag, the D37 grip, and the M13C factory stock. And this is a nice little movement build for this thing. It might be a little bit underrated when it comes to the TTK too. Pretty fast. Then I love the DG58 SMG style. So when you put on this conversion kit using the Jack Nightshade rifle kit, it becomes a completely different weapon. They did not nerf this right here. They nerfed the base DG58. This has nothing to do with that. This turns it into a completely different weapon. So we're going with the Zeman compensated flash muzzle, the 40 round mag. This will overtake that BP50 right there, 100%. Jack Nightshade rifle kit, the Jack glassless optic, and the Varanus steady rear grips here. This thing will 100% be in the close range meta, especially for sniper support as well. Next, we have that Holger 26. This Holger 26, 100% in the meta. We're going with the Castus Break muzzle, Holger factory barrel, Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, the Ascent Lord stock, and the Jack glassless optic. You're not going to be able to go wrong with this thing. This thing is going to be really, really good. Just barely moves and has great bullet velocity. It got a little bit of a buff as well, so check that out. The FJX Horus, if you haven't known what to run on that, I'm running the Zimmern 35 compensated flash hider muzzle. The Martise heavy barrel here, 48 round mag. This loadout probably will update a little bit, but I'm running the 9R model sight and the Loppard LXE stock. Keep that in mind. I will update these on here in a couple of days once I've tested all these and tested the new buffs and things like that. So keep that in mind as well. That Bow 27, I think, is 100% in the top 5 meta, especially when it comes to sniper support. So I'm going with the Cassis Break muzzle, the Knock Kill long barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, the 60 round mag, and the Jack Glasses optic. The thing about this is too that 60 round mag actually doesn't have any negative mobility factors as well, which is really, really cool. Does take away from the ADS a little bit, but not anything crazy. I think this is 100% in the sniper support meta for sure. The thing is just an absolute beam, and with the buff, it's gonna be even better. If you need a Rival 9 loadout, Zimmern 35 muzzle, the Rival 38 starter barrel, XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, high grain rounds, 50 round mag. Absolutely love this thing. It'll be very, very solid, especially in the new update. And then of course, you know, this got one of the most annoying things ever in Call of Duty, which is always a fun time. Then we're going with the Holger 556, definitely still in the meta. Cassis Break muzzle, Cryo 6 match barrel, Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, 40 round mag, and the Jack glassless optic. Show this to you here in the firing range. Yep, definitely loving this. This is definitely going to be, gosh, 40 round mag is kind of the only thing I'm like, ugh, I just wish they would change that. But with the buff today, I think it's gonna be fun. Now, Lockman sub, I just like running it. It's not necessarily in the meta, but a lot of fun to run. The Zimmern 35 muzzle, L38 Falcon barrel, Bruin pivot vertical grip, 50 or 40 round mag here, completely up to you, and the stockless mod, just a lot of fun to run for me. Actually, very interesting when it comes to the recoil in this thing too. You can actually put the mobile stock on here if you want. I like that one as well, but yeah, very solid. Recoil's a little bit better with that stockless mod as well, or the mobile stock as well. Then I think the M16 is going to be a very solid option when it comes to sniper support as well. We're going to the VT7 Spiritfire suppressor. I like the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel, NATO high grain rounds, 60 round mag, and then we're running that Jack Patriot kit, so very solid sniper support here as well, I think. Yeah, man, I mid range, it's going to be great, and then just the weird recoil on this thing is why it just feels interesting. It's completely up to you here, but I think this is gonna be a very solid sniper support option. I put the Cassis Break muzzle on here, see how that felt a little bit better. Hit a lot more shots there. So Cassis Break, need a little bit more bullet velocity. VT7 Spiritfire suppressor there as well. L46, I think it might actually be very, very solid. You can put the Zimmern 35 on here. I like the Lock DX 203 barrel, XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel. We're running that collapse stock and the 50 round mag here. Completely up to you on the mag. You can go 60 if you want, but this thing is actually really, really solid, especially up close. Then we're running the MCW longer range. I've already given you guys a ton for the MCW Jack kit. We'll give you one there as well here in just a second, but I like the Zimmern compensated muzzle here. Cyclone barrel, no underbarrel. It's pretty easy to control. 60 round drum, Regal heavy stock for a little bit more recoil control, and the Jack glassless optic here. You're gonna have plenty fun running this thing. Just MCW doesn't move either, and with the new buff as well, it's gonna be very, very solid long range option as well. Vaznev could be fun to run this season. Completely up to you. Zimmern 35 muzzle. I like the Razorhawk laser light stock, the XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, 45 round mag, and the Atrazat stock. I like running this. It's a nice little change of pace. Pretty accurate as well. So TTK seems pretty fine on it also. Then you have that MCW. This is probably going to be number one when it comes to sniper support with that Car 98, unfortunately. But Zima compensated muzzle, MCW Cyclone long barrel, 40 round mag. They didn't touch this at all. So Jack Raven kit and then the 9R model sight. This is going to be perfect for the sniper support. Car 98, loving this thing. And it can hit out mid-range as well, but you're going to run out of ammo probably at that point. That's what the Car 98 for is, downrange right there. So Car 98 there, mid-range, boom, boom, with the MCW, you'll be just fine. Then you have the SOA, I think comes back into the meta a little bit. Got the Cassis Break L muzzle, Dozer 90 long barrel, Ruin heavy support grip under barrel, 50 round drum. I think this is gonna be a very solid sniper support option as well. Motion V2 heavy stock or a marksman rifle support option. It will be a marksman rifle meta this season. Very solid recoil control and TTK downrange as well. So very solid option there. And then ISO Hemlock got a buff, BT7 Spare Fire Suppressor, Fielder T50 barrel, Ruin heavy support grip under barrel, 45 round mag, Jack Glassless optic. So this one too here in the firing range. It's always had great recoil control. I think with the damage buff, it might be a little bit better. Probably a little bit more fun to run, but the TTK was nerfed quite a bit back in the day. So hopefully that's a little bit better. Then the AMR9 got a buff, running the Zeman compensated muzzle, AMR9 Regal Pro barrel, XRK Edge handstop under barrel, 50 round mag, and that Jack Glassless optic. Or you can even run the 9R model. I will switch it up a little bit and run the 9R model here. Loving that as well. But it's always had great recoil control. TTK got nerfed a while back, but they just buffed it again, so could be a lot better. Thank you guys again for watching. If you screenshotted any of these loadouts, you find any of this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. We'll see you in the next one.